When I was in the Philippines recently, I met Edwin, a truly incredible, amazing human being who helps out the poor kids in his community without taking a cent for himself, even though he is poor. The story he told me in this video has had a profound effect on my life.
Okay, so through Manila, started with a simple story. Okay, the story begins when one day there's this story was long time ago, like really long time ago. Okay, one day there was a group of kids playing in the street. Okay, when this group of kids were playing, after while they were playing, they saw two foreigners walking in the street, and then what they did is one of the kids who was playing there, he shouted to the foreigners by saying, "Hey Joe, give me one shot." So that's what he did. And then one of the foreigner, what he did when he heard the kid shouting, he took his camera and then took a picture of that kid who shouted. And then he took another picture of the kids because the kids are starting to play around. And then after a few shots of camera, they continued walking. But while they were walking, after a few seconds, they noticed that the kids who are playing are following them. So they were thinking why. What they did is they looked back. Okay, they looked back and then they started telling. They tell the kids, "Hey, come on, come with us. Let's eat." They were inviting the kids, but the kids were just laughing. They don't know what the guy is saying. So they don't know what to do to talk to these kids. And then all of a sudden the kids started running away. And then when they started running away, they noticed that one of the kids are still following them, the kid who shouted. They tried to invite this kid by like why, they tried to ask this kid, "Why are you following us?" But the kid doesn't know how to.
It's okay.
But the kid doesn't know how to speak English. So they continued walking and the kid just continued following. So it's like an awkward situation, but they don't really know what's happening. The kid is just following them and they just continued walking until they reached the house where they live. Before they went inside, they decided to make a sign language to this kid. They said, "You, come on, follow us, let's eat." That's it. They invited the kid. And then when the kid entered the house where they live, the kids saw that there's even more foreigners inside. Because these two foreigners, they were missionaries. They were there in that community to help people with other volunteers who are with them. So what they did is they cook a popcorn and they give a kid soft drinks. They feed the kid. And then they become friends. Okay? So the next day, they went back to the area where they found the kid. And they found the kid there with the other kids playing. This time what they did is they tried to invite everyone, but no one wants to come. So instead what they did is they bought some food and feed the kids, all of the kids there. And then the next day they went back again. So every day what they did is they're trying to visit these kids where they are playing. And then one day they decided to invite the kid that they saw, that they invited, to watch a movie. They bring the kid to the cinema. They watch a movie for the first time. The kids saw a movie. And then every day they become friends with this kid to the point wherein they're like treating this kid as their like their kid, you know. So they even try to do more by teaching this kid how to speak English so they can communicate. And the kids started to learn how to speak English. And then the next thing that they did is one day they brought some toothbrush because they noticed that the kid has a lot of bad teeth. So they teach this kid how to brush his teeth and then to exercise. And then the next day they bring the kid to a dental clinic to pull out all the bad teeth. So they become really religiously, I don't know how you call it, they really become friends with this kid to the point where they're doing everything to teach this kid whatever they can teach, you know. And then one day they met the parents of this kid. So the kid turns out that the kid is not parentless. The kid is just staying always in the street, working and doing a lot of stuff. So they were wondering why the parents are letting this kid in the street. They don't really know the reason. So they continued befriending with this kid. And then after a year, they leave. They left the kid. But before they leave, they gave this kid a guitar. Because they thought maybe to avoid this kid from going outside the street, maybe this guitar can help this kid by learning how to play guitar and stay at home. And then they also give this kid a blue paper, thick blue paper, wherein they told this kid, this blue paper, there's a line inside, it's like an intermediate pad, wherein the kid can write whatever he wants to say, and then if he folds it, it turns into an envelope. And in front of it, there's already a stamp and address where they live. That way, this kid can communicate with them by writing. And then when they left, it was really emotional. The kid brought them to the airport and then they left. And then after a few weeks, they kept writing to each other. Like almost every week, they're receiving letter from this kid every month. And then after a few months and then years, boom, no more letter from the kid. So they were wondering why there's no more letter. And then what they did is they continued writing. Instead of stopping, they continued writing. But this time, they put $5 inside the letter. Because they figure out maybe the kid cannot write anymore because the kid cannot pay the post office, the stamp. So they put $5 on it. But still, after a few months, no reply. After almost a year, no reply. So they're really wondering why there's no more letter. But they continued. They did not lose hope, okay? They continued writing. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's a letter coming from the kid again. And they were very happy to know, to get the letter, but there's no explanation why there's no letter anymore. So what they did is they continued writing. But this time they tell the kid on their letter that, look, this money that we're putting inside this letter, you can use this and please go back to school. And you know what the kid did? The kid went back to school. And the kid used this money to buy whatever is needed in school. And even food. So they supported this kid by sending money that they inserted on the letter. And then the kid went to elementary, finish it. Kid went to high school, finish it, and then he went to college and then finish it. So the story happened long time ago, okay? It's been like almost 30 years. So now there's one question. Where do you think is the kid now? So the kid grew up and came up with the idea of True Manila. And yeah, the kid is me. So the kid grew up and now it's me. And then when I grew up, I said to myself that I want to build a dream, because these two foreigners actually helped me, guided me so I can build a dream. And this is what I learned. This is one of the most important things that I learned. They didn't even teach me that, hey, Edwin, you should have a dream. No. They just told me you can use this money to go back to school. And I figured it out on my own, because I saw what I can become through them, you know. Now there's the question, where are the two foreigners? How old are they now? That's one of the big questions. Now I'm going to show you a video wherein last 2012, I found a way how to visit them even if I'm poor. They live in San Diego, California. Wow. And I will show you. Come on. So the two foreigners that I met, here they are. He's not the vocalist of Queen. Okay. That's Harmon and Angel.
this is Rudkowski of wearechange.org, and I probably will regret making this video, but whatever you may need here today in New York City, I will help you, and I cannot refuse you. If you tweet at me,